right, good afternoon, everybody. This is Robert at Scott Leroy Marketing. We're going to get started with our class on Kelle. That's the new AI app from KW International, as well as the new KWConnect Referrals system where you can send and receive referrals to other agents across the country or even across the world. Let me get this minimized here real quick. Our first section here is going to be a slideshow format because I don't have a way of showing you my phone on the screen. So I took some screenshots showing you what it looks like. So we'll go ahead and start with that. You're welcome to go ahead and open up your Kelle app on your phone if you already have it installed. Let me get over to the next slide here. Oh, next one. By the way, if you need the link for these slides, we actually have these available. You can go through these slides and through the notes anytime you want. Just shoot us an email at support@scottleroymarketing.com and we can get you the link for this. So getting started with Kelle, there's a couple of things to consider before we get started. Kelle is essentially an infant. She's KW International has told us to treat her about like we would a 2-year-old. She was released at Family Reunion in February of 2018, so that's just a couple of months ago, and there's still a lot that she's supposed to be able to do in the future that she can't do yet. So with that in mind, like I said, KW International recommends treating her like a 2-year-old. So we want to use simple commands, just a couple of words like show my referral network, and then use specific commands like what is my GCI for the year versus what have I done this year. You also want to manage your expectations with Kelle. You probably have a great idea for something that she could do or should do, but she can't do yet. You can actually submit that idea to KW International from within the app. To see what Kelle is capable of, just ask her, what can you do? And she'll pop up some suggestions for what you can ask her. So to get started, we first have to install the Kelle app, either from the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. Unfortunately, Kelle doesn't 100% work with iPhone X just yet, but it's a good bet that that's being worked on. Kelle is also completely unavailable for Windows Phone or BlackBerry, just like with the regular KW app. It's only available for iPhone or Android, so you would want to go to your App Store and download Kelle from either one of those. You would just search for Kelle, K-E-L-L-E, and it should be the first option up there. It may pop up an ad for you above the Kelle option, but it's the teal colored icon there with the white KW logo in there. You should be able to download that really easily. Once you've got Kelle installed, to sign in, you're going to use your mykw.kw.com username and password. It's also known as the onelogin.com password, or the KW Intranet username and password. Those are all different names for the same system. So the username will not be an email address. I know you can use your @kw.com email address as the username to sign into mykw, but you can't use that email address to sign into Kelle. It will likely be in the format of first initial, last name, and then maybe a number or two depending on how common your first initial and last name are. So like J Smith may have a couple of hundred J Smiths before them, so it may be like J Smith 172 or something like that. Once you're signed in, you can enable Touch ID on iOS devices. Now that's only up to the 8S. Unfortunately, right now, Face ID doesn't work on iPhone X, so you would need to manually sign in each time you open Kelle. I'm sure they're working on enabling Face ID right now. I just haven't heard that they've actually made that work just yet. Once you're signed in, you'll likely want to tap Allow on notifications so that you can get real-time updates on your referrals. Now, I don't have what this is going to look like on Android, but you want to give it whatever permissions it asks for most likely, just so that you can be up to date instantaneously when someone sends you a referral or updates one of your referrals. Now, since Kelle is a really new system, some issues are bound to occur, something like this. If you know that your mykw username and password are correct, but you still can't sign in, you'll want to contact KW International support directly. That's actually not something that we can help with on this particular issue. We've got KW International's email address and phone number up there on the screen. If you're watching this on a recording, feel free to pause it and just write those down. If you're watching this live right now, you can write those down really quickly, or it's really simple. support@kw.com or 512-306-7191. Once you're signed in, this is what the homepage looks like. It's essentially a chat between you and Kelle. You can either type or speak requests into the message bar at the bottom. We'll cover more on that later. For now, let's open the menu at the top left by tapping on your picture. In this menu, you can view your profile, change the app settings, or submit feedback on Kelle to the KW International team. That submit feedback is the option I was talking about earlier, where if you think of something that Kelle should be able to do, you can send that to the KW International team and they'll have that in consideration there. For now, let's tap on Profile to see what other agents see when they look you up in the Kelle app. Here's how you look to other agents who search for you within Kelle. Note that you can only view your profile here. You can't make any changes to your profile within the Kelle app. Any changes to the Kelle app are made in the My Referrals section of KWConnect, which we'll cover later on in the class. We'll go over all of that on the browser as well. So let's tap the back arrow up in the top left to go back to our menu. Back in the menu, we're going to open up Settings. And in here, there's just one option in here. This is a new feature introduced on May 11, 2018. With the Kelle app open, she is always listening for "Hey Kelle" and then a command. If you want to use this feature, you'll need to turn it on manually right here because it's not on by default. Now, one note to use when you're using the "Hey Kelle," you'll want to pause for about half a second after you say "Hey Kelle" before continuing with the rest of the command. This is slightly different from like "Hey Siri" or "Ask Google" or "Hey Cortana," where it's waiting for you to say the command immediately after that. You have to pause for just a second after you say "Hey Kelle" before she's ready to listen to your command. Back on the home page, we're going to go back and then back. We're going to use the text box down at the bottom, just like sending a text message to ask Kelle to do things. To activate voice commands, you can either tap on the microphone icon over on the right side or begin with "Hey Kelle" if you did turn that on over in settings. To learn what types of things you can ask Kelle to do, you can either ask, "What can you do?" or you can tap on the information menu at the top right. That's that circle with the I in it. That means information. Once you're in the information menu, you can tap on the different sections to see a list of example commands pertaining to that topic. You'll also see there's a couple of options here that aren't available just yet. Calendar and contacts. That means they're coming, they're just not available yet. Right now, they're only available to labs participants. And by the way, if you are a labs participant and you have access to either one of those features right there, make sure to let us know. We would love to know what that system looks like. We don't have access to that just yet, so we'd love to know what to expect moving forward. So if you do have access to those, shoot us an email at support@scottleroymarketing.com and let us know what you're looking at there. So now we're going to tap the back arrow to go back to the home page. You'll receive notifications from your referral network in KWConnect and eventually from your contacts and calendar from Kelle. To see those notifications, you'll tap on the notifications bell up in the top right, just next to that information icon. It's that little bell icon. You'll see it's got that little dot on it for me, letting me know that I have a new notification. Right now, the most common notification, and honestly the only notification that you receive from Kelle, is referral network requests from KWConnect. You'll also receive an email notification for these requests, and you can accept or deny the request on your computer as well as in Kelle. Now, one big note here, the referral network, Okay, so I have one person that says, listen for "Hey Kelle" is not available yet on Android. Interesting. I didn't know that that wasn't available on Android yet. So yeah, because it should be working on iPhone just fine. I will need to make sure to add a note about that. Let me get that started here. Thank you so much for letting me know that. Okay, so coming back to where I was, one big note here, the referral network is not a social media platform. It's actually a business tool. You don't have to accept every referral network request. Okay. Calendar and contacts is available on iPhone 8. You may actually have access to those through labs because I have iPhone 8 as well, and I don't have access to those. Let me just double check and make sure that I don't. Oh, look at that. Calendar and contacts is there. Wow, I needed to update this. I checked this a couple of days ago and it wasn't available yet, but now there it is. Let me look at what's on my calendar today. What's in contacts? And John Smith in command. I just want to glance at this really quickly. Okay, so the contact search here for the time being actually isn't looking in Kelle Command just yet. It's actually just searching within KWConnect. It's only looking for agents. So it's not actually connecting to any database just yet. What about the calendar here? Okay, so it's telling me that it looks like my calendar still needs to be connected. For now, I'll need to log into Command to do that, which again is only available for Labs participants. So it looks like they've got the buttons there, but it looks like the functionality isn't quite there just yet. But thank you for letting me know that. That's another note I need to add on there. Okay, so I've got that note there. All right. Coming back to the referral network, you don't have to accept every referral request that you receive from everyone who sends one to you, and you shouldn't be offended if someone does not accept your referral network request. Nor do you need to resend a referral request to everyone in your office or everyone in your state. You only want to send or accept referral requests to or from agents that you believe you may actually exchange referrals with. Otherwise, this defeats the purpose of creating your hand-picked referrals network and becomes just another white pages lookup. We recommend sticking to agents that you've actually worked with in the past, or maybe that you met at Mega Camp or Family Reunion, and that you actually connected with and think you might actually want to do business with. If you do decide to accept an invitation to join someone's referral network, you'll see a congratulatory message here from Kelly. And also, if your referral network request is accepted or rejected, Kelly will notify you that here as well. And Kelly just heard me listening. So you'd want to tap the back arrow to return to the home page from notifications. To send a referral network request, ask Kelly via typing or voice to add so-and-so to my referral network. She'll search KWConnect for profiles matching that name and then show you the results. You'll want to scroll sideways, not up and down, sideways, and then tap select on the correct contact and then send to so-and-so, whatever their name is, to confirm that you actually want to send that request to them. And then this is what that confirmation message looks like once that request has been sent. To show a list of agents already in your referral network, just ask Kelly to display it. You can say just referral network or show my referral network or who is in my referral network, and you can scroll sideways to see the list of the agents that are in your referral network. You can call, text, or email them from this list, or you can open the menu, that's the 3 horizontal dots button there, and you can follow them on KWConnect, see their latest posts in KWConnect, remove them from your referral network if you want to do that, or you can send them a new referral. And we're going to look at that in just a minute on how to do that. So to view somebody's profile, you'll just tap on their picture or their name in your referral list or in the search results. When you're viewing their profile, you can also contact them using the same options that we covered before, email, text, that kind of thing. Let's see. You can also see the statistics that they've chosen to display on their profile, such as year joined, closed units for the past year, closed volume for the past year, such and such. Now, there have been a number of instances that we've heard from agents where someone had turned off such and such statistic. They didn't want to show that on their profile, maybe closed leases or closed rentals or something like that, and it was still showing that on their profile. Excuse me. That's something that you would need to contact KW International support for, because all we know how to do is turn off the switch just like you know how to do. KW International will have to look at the back end of it to see what would be causing that. Back on the Kelly homepage, you can type or say send a referral to so-and-so and it'll send them a referral. Now, last time I did this class, I was saying that it will only send a referral to someone who's already in your referral network, but that's actually not the case, actually. I just said actually twice. It'll send a referral to whoever matches that name. So it'll show a list of possible matches. You would scroll sideways through them and then tap select on the correct one. And then excuse me, on the referral form, you would complete the referral fee. Gosh, my throat is giving me trouble today. You complete the referral fee, the amount that you want to offer as the referral fee, the deadline for how long they have to respond to the referral, and then the information about your buyer, seller, or renter. Once that's completed, you would tap send at the very top right. If there's any required information that's missing, the form will alert you with some red text right next to that form. Excuse me, field. Do note that the note field at the very bottom is required. You do have to have something in there about this referral that you're sending over to the other agent. When someone in your referral network sends a referral to you, you'll receive both the email and Kelly notifications. You can tap View within Kelly's notifications to see the details of that referral. In the referral details, you'll have the option to accept the referral as it is, counter with a new referral fee, or reject the referral outright. If you do decide to accept the referral, just tap accept, and then you can send a note of thanks or saying how well you'll take care of the client to the referring agent. If you decide that the referral fee offered isn't acceptable, and do note that 25% is the default setting when sending a referral, but it can be raised or lowered. If you don't like the referral fee that someone indicated in their initial request, you can counter with a higher percentage. You can also let them know how long they have to respond to your counter there, and you usually want to give it a little bit more time than they originally gave you. You can also send a note describing your reason for asking for that higher referral fee percentage. From there, the ball is in that referring agent's court to accept or deny your counter. If you do decide to reject the referral, you can just tap reject and enter an optional note of apology saying, I don't have time for it, that's not in my service area, I'm not interested in that type of sale, something like that. You can view a list of all of your active referral requests, those that have not been rejected or completed, by asking Kelle to show my active referrals. From here, you can scroll sideways between awaiting response, outbound referrals, and inbound referrals. Tap on any referral to see the details of that referral. If you accept a referral, or if the referring agent accepts your counter, it's good to keep the referring agent abreast of how the transaction is going. While you're reviewing the details of a referral, just tap on Update to send a status note to the referring agent. Once a referral transaction is over, whether because the deal was closed or because it didn't work out, you'll want to complete the referral to remove it from your active referrals list and not clutter that up. Just use the earlier steps to view your active referrals, open up the details for that referral, and then tap Complete down at the bottom. Tell the system and the referring agent whether the transaction did or did not close, add a note, and then tap Complete. Now this referral won't show up under active referrals anymore. It'll show up under completed referrals. You can view any referrals activity log, whether it's active or completed. Just open up the details and tap Activity Log at the very top right. You'll see the initial request. Okay, is there a way to see this online so that assistants can use from there rather than from the agent's phone? Yes, that is actually available through KWConnect. All the things that we're doing here can be done on KWConnect, the referral system as well, and we'll cover that in just a little bit. We're just covering the Kelle app first because that's what people are most interested in. Okay, so you can view any referrals activity log, whether it's active or completed. You would just open up the details and tap on Activity Log up at the top right. You'll see the initial request, any counters, the acceptance, any update notes, and if or when the deal was closed or lost. For right now, Kelle's features are very limited. However, KW International has announced several integrations that they're working on for Kelle, but they haven't included a time frame. Some features, we're not sure exactly what they are available for Labs participants if you've been accepted into that program. Again, if you are a Labs participant, we would love to hear from you about what those features look like. Eventually, Kelle should be able to add a contact to your database, which is that new Kelle command system that they're working on. They can set a follow-up reminder for that contact in command. They can set appointments in your schedule or calendar in command. And they should eventually, we heard a message about this from KW International, should eventually be able to show information for the neighborhood through a new partnership with Nextdoor.com. Okay, I have a question here. Would you send complete if for some reason you didn't close with the referral? Yes, you definitely want to send complete even if it didn't close. That way you don't have a whole bunch of referrals that never did close cluttering up your active referrals. You do want to tell it did not close and then give a reason for why, or they never heard or they never responded, they didn't work out, they didn't get financing, they decided not to move, whatever that is. Okay, last note here. Do understand that these features may take a while to become reality, but we will update you and this class as soon as they happen. We haven't heard anything from KW International about these additional features just yet. As far as we know right now, the only thing that's available is working with referrals in Kelle. It's not yet connected to Command or to the calendar just yet. Okay, so that's going to be it for our Kelle slideshow. And actually, you know what? I can go ahead and send you guys the link for this here in the chat window. Okay, so there's the link for this slideshow that we were just looking at that includes the notes and everything. It's got instructions on the second slide for how you can view and print the notes that I was reading there. Definitely take some time to go through that after the class there. That's a great resource. Okay, so now I am signed into two my KW accounts. We're going to go into the KWConnect side of working with referrals. That's the how the assistants can use that logged into my KW rather than trying to do it on the phone. So if you're not already logged into my KW, definitely open up your browser and get logged in there. I'm logged in both as Scott and as myself to show you what both sides of the sending and receiving referrals process looks like. Before we get to that though, I want to talk to you about what am I talking about here? About the updating process for your profile for referrals, how to change that information there. So once you're logged into mykw.kw.com, and I'm going to go over here on Scott's right now, you can click on My Referrals right here up in the top left, just underneath where it shows your name and your profile completeness. Now, one thing to point out about this profile completeness that we just figured out this past week from KW International, they have changed this to where right now the maximum number of completeness right here is 86%. The other 14% was in a different section that now goes to this referral section, and it doesn't contribute to this profile completeness anymore. The good news is that that 14% doesn't matter. It doesn't show anywhere. All of that information that used to be in that section that contributed to that 14% is now in the My Referrals section, and the people that should see it, other agents, are still seeing it. So you don't need to worry about that other 14%. It doesn't matter. So we're going to click on My Referrals to get into the referrals network. And you'll notice that takes us to referrals.kwconnect.com. You can also type that directly into the address bar, but it's usually best and easiest just to use this so that it goes through the SSO, the single sign-on. Once you're in the referrals section, this actually doesn't allow you access to your profile within KWConnect. It doesn't allow you to edit what other agents are seeing when they search for you on the referrals network, but this is how you access the actual referrals themselves. To show your profile, to edit that profile, you would actually need to return to the main KWConnect homepage by clicking on the logo right here. And then now we've got this little circle up here where it shows your picture or the no picture silhouette or whatever here. You can hover over that. Let me actually just maximize this to show you what that looks like. And get zoomed in just a little bit. Yeah, one more. Okay, not that many. Okay, so we'll hover over your picture up in the top right and then click on My Profile. So this is your internal search profile for the referral network for other agents to see. This is not public. Clients aren't seeing this. Only other KW agents are seeing this. You'll probably get this pop-up down here about accepting cookies. You'll have to do that twice. That's because of new regulations that went into effect in Europe, and there are definitely agents in Europe, so you have to accept those every time you come onto the site. So this is the profile that other people are going to see when they search for you on the KWConnect referrals section. You've got your biography here, they've got your uploads, reports, and all this fun stuff. If you want to update any of the information that's shown here, you do that using the Edit My Profile link right here. So this is where you can update your picture, your banner image, your email address, phone number, let's see, office phone, I guess, cell phone, service area, bio, Facebook link, Twitter link, YouTube link, LinkedIn link, Google Plus link, tags for people to search for you on your content in KWConnect, primary market center. If you're a member of multiple market centers, you would just choose whichever market center in that dropdown. If you're just in one market center, you don't have to worry about that. And then you can choose, excuse me, your notification settings for when you get, what are they called, referrals, or if someone comments on your content on KWConnect. The KWConnect system for uploading content is a separate system from the referrals here. That's actually something that we're going to be covering next week. We have a separate class on the KWConnect education content. This is just for referrals today. So down here, we've got these switches here for, do you want to show this part of information on your profile? If you're a member of a team, but you don't want to show that on your profile, you can tell that no. If you are a buyer's agent and you don't want to show listings sold on your profile, you can tell that no. After any changes you make to your profile here, you want to make sure to scroll either to the bottom or to the top and click on Update. Now, one big thing to point out here is for the banner image here. This is required to be exactly, oh, you know what, it gave me, hold on a second. I know they have this listed somewhere. There we go. So if you go to answers.kw.com and search for KW Connect profile, I'll actually send you guys this link here also. excuse me, it shows you the exact dimensions for your banner that you want to upload to your KWConnect profile. And that is going to be what shows, whenever it loads, there we go, right back here. This skyline right here, that is your KWConnect banner, and you can change out that picture. It has to be exactly, no bigger, no smaller, it can't be 1 pixel off or not, exactly 1920 pixels wide by 313 pixels tall. It can't be 1921 by 313, it has to be exactly 1920 by 313. If you need help resizing your image to that size, shoot us an email at support@scottleroymarketing.com. We can get you some resources for how you can resize your image there. We do have some help articles on that we can send to you. Excuse me. I think we also may have a video for that. We'd need to look for that. Just shoot us an email. Okay. So yeah, once you've got your information and picture and what's that called, banner image updated on your profile, you want to make sure to click update, and then this is what other agents are going to see when they search for you. Now, let's actually get into the actual referrals section. Yeah, because the rest of this we cover in the KWConnect class next week. This is a new class for me, so I'm still having a good time remembering what needs to be covered. Okay, so from KWConnect, you can actually just go to My Referrals up here in the top menu. So this is that referrals section. You can do all of the same things in here as we talked about doing in the Kelle app. So those of you with assistants that are working with this is how they would do that inside KWConnect, excuse me, in the referrals section. So I'm going to stick this on the left side here. I'm going to go over to My Referrals in my profile here. So we're going to be talking about sending and receiving referral network requests and referral requests. So pending invitations. It looks like I have a pending invitation from this Teresa Herzog. You guys don't send me invitations. I'm not an agent. I can't work with referrals. There's no reason to have me in your referral network. Same for Scott. We can't work with clients. We're not licensed. So there's no point in sending us a referral request. So I'm going to ignore this. And so now she's been removed from my pending invitations list here. She'll receive a notification that I did ignore her request. Where was I? So go to my network right here, and this is showing me the people that are in my referral network. And I did add a couple of people from my Pensacola office here, and then I do have Scott here. And I want to show you how to remove someone from your referral network. It looks like we've got a little bit behind here. I should have removed him prior to the class and then just sent a new request, but I'll show you both ways. We'll just do it backwards. So Scott here is in my referral network list. I'm going to click my little down arrow right here. And now I'll have this button right here that says Remove Agent. So yes, I want to confirm that I want to remove that agent from my referral network. So if I go back over to Scott's referrals, I have no mention of me in his referral network here. Scott has 34 pending referrals. None of these are going to be approved. Nobody sends Scott referral invitations. There's no reason for that. He's not an agent. Okay, now this is where we are right here is my referrals. You can see your pending invitations here. You can see my network right here. This is people that are currently in your referral network. And I don't know why it keeps changing buttons out. I wish it was consistent. Pending invitations is where I am right now. So referrals, my network, pending invitations. Things are slightly confusing here. So right now Scott has nobody in his referrals network. So I'm going to, in Scott's profile, do grow my network. And I'm going to search for myself. I'm going to do find by name up here in the top right. There we go. So this is referrals that are in my network, people that are currently in my network that have already accepted my request. And then this is people that are out of my network that have not yet accepted my request. So I'm going to click on our little icon over here to send the referral request. And yes, I want to confirm that I want to send this referral. Oh, okay, so this is actually sending the referral itself. So you can send a referral to someone that's not currently in your network. That is possible. I used to think it wasn't, but it definitely is. So you can do that right here. Okay, I've got this referral that's moving to Oklahoma. I want to find an agent that's in Oklahoma. I don't necessarily know the name of any agent that's in Oklahoma, so I can just search in Oklahoma. So we're going to search Tulsa. Tulsa, Oklahoma. There we go. So now it's going to show me the market centers that are in Tulsa. It looks like there are 3. So, okay, my client is looking to move towards the north end of Tulsa. It automatically sends the request when you click on the name. Really? Let me go look at that. Oh, look at that. It totally did. Thank you so much for that. Viewer 65, I don't know your name, but thank you for that. Okay, so let's step back just a little bit. Looks like when you search for a name, you click on their name. When it opens up that option to send them the referral, it looks like it does automatically send them the referral network request. So you can, they can ignore or accept your referral network request. So I'm going to accept that from Scott here. So now if I go to my network, Scott is in my network down here. So now I can send him a referral really easily without having to go, excuse me, search for him on the map over here like I'm doing for, you know, Tammy, whatever. Excuse me. Where was I? Okay, so there we go, resizing that. So I can send a referral directly to Scott. I can see his information here. He's in the Little Rock Market Center, private notes. I can create notes about him that only I can see. Scott won't see these, it's just me. Nobody else is gonna see these, just me. His statistics, where his number of transactions, average deal size, sales volumes in the last 12 months, and then referral statistics. This looks like it's coming soon, but it's probably going to be, okay, has closed X% of the referrals that they received. They, you know, tapped that close button and the transaction was completed or not completed, and it's going to show percentages there. So we're going to send a referral to Scott. This is going to be a seller referral. It looks like you can actually choose different people here. There we go. Okay, so if you accidentally click on the wrong name to send a referral to, you can just search for another one up here. They're updating this all the time, new information. So this is going to be a seller lead. You're offering, or you're requesting, let's see. Yeah, you're requesting a referral fee of 25%. You can raise or lower that. I'm going to raise that to 70% just to be fun. And then he has a deadline of, by default, 24 hours to respond to this referral. You can give them longer, 48 hours, up to 96 hours. And I am bad at math. What is 96 divided by 24? That is 4 days. So you can give them up to 4 days to respond to your referral network request. Now you do have to enter this information for what this seller or buyer is looking for. They're wanting to sell at a minimum of 150K and sell at a maximum of 300K, or buyer or rent or whatever. You do need to enter their name, so Sally, seller. They are looking in Little Rock or maybe in Tulsa or whatever place that they're looking for. We do need that client's email and their phone number. In fact, I think all of this information is required. Transaction time frame. So that's how quickly are they looking to buy, sell, or rent. In 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or some custom amount. So they really need, let's see, you can do 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 up to a long time. They're looking to move in 18 months. There we go. And then you do also have to include a note. So this is a test note. So we'll send this referral from me over to Scott. So this is going to show up in, go back to my referrals. It's going to show up here on the My Referrals page under Awaiting Response. So we'll click on that. So I've got the seller referral request from me to Scott here. There's my note. This is the name, or excuse me, the information about this seller that we're working on. So I can accept this just like I can on Kelle. I can counter it with a different referral fee, or I can reject it, or I can view the activity log for this referral. There's nothing going to be in the activity log except the initial request here yet. So I'm going to counter this with a lower referral fee. 70% is an outrageous referral fee. Let's do 20%. There we go. And then Scott is telling me I have 24 hours to respond to this referral counter. So that was an outrageous referral fee. And then if he wanted to, he could call me or email me directly about countering this referral. So we'll counter that, come back over to my referrals section. So now I've got one awaiting response. Scott's is now going to show that it's in awaiting response from me. There we go. So now we've got this activity log. It was sent by me, and then it just got countered. So now if I open this up on my end, I can say, okay, yes, that was an outrageous referral fee. 20% does look a lot better, so we'll accept that. So now I'm going to send a note to Scott that says, you know, yes, 20% is much more reasonable. Something like that. Remember, I'm sending him the referral, so I'm telling him to take care of them. So we'll accept that. So now back on Scott's referrals, that's going to be moved over here to inbound. It means that it's accepted, and now it's in my court to handle. So now we've got this referral here. I've been working with them. I gave them a call, and we found out that they haven't been approved for financing yet. So I'm going to send a note, or Scott's going to send me a note letting them know that we're working on getting financing. So we're going to send update right here. So working on getting financing. So we'll send that update to me. So now when I go back to my referrals, I'm going to go over to outbound because this went out from me to Scott. And now I have this most recent note here working on getting financing, and I can view the activity log to show everything. So here's the initial request, counter, acceptance, and then that update. So say, okay, they weren't able to get approved for the house, and decided they didn't like me because they're jerks or whatnot. And so this transaction didn't close, but we're not working on this referral anymore. So now I'm going to come over to close referral. And this is Scott. So you want to check the button for whether it closed or did not close. If it did close, congratulations, fantastic. You're going to notify this agent, and you're going to send them the referral fee once that's all taken care of. If it did not close, you want to check that one and let us know a reason. Let the referring agent know that there's a reason why it didn't close. The financing fell through because they just bought a boat. You guys know that happens a lot. They make a big credit decision right before they try to buy a house, and that's really dumb. Anyway, so it did not close, so I'm going to submit that. And now if I go back to my referrals, it's not going to be in awaiting response inbound or outbound. It's going to be instead under, if I go to referrals, it's going to be under view closed referrals. There we go. So now in this view closed referrals section here, we've got a couple of sections. We have referrals that expired. That means, okay, I didn't respond to the referral request, or the other agent didn't respond to the referral request within the deadline. So it automatically moved it to expired right here. We've got some referrals that were rejected. I don't want to work with this client. I don't want to work for that fee. I don't want to work in that area, so I just rejected it. Got lost referrals here. This is just like what we just did. We closed the referral, but it didn't close the deal. We just wanted to remove it from active. And then we've also got funded referrals down here. That means it closed, transaction went all the way through, somebody's getting a referral fee. And again, you see that by going to your referrals section here, and then go to referrals, and then view closed referrals. These are all the ones that are not active. And I can see that on my end as well. Go to referrals, view closed referrals, and it looks like I have one expired one, a couple of rejected ones, a couple of lost ones, and one funded one. And those are all going to be between me and Scott because I was working on this class. All right, I'm not getting any questions so far. I don't know how much of a delay that there is between when I talk and when you guys can hear me. It shouldn't be more than a couple of seconds. So if we don't have any additional questions, I'll go ahead and turn off the recording here. If you do think of anything after the class, or if you're watching the recording in the future, just shoot us an email at support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we can try to help you with any questions you have. That should be it for now. Everybody have a great day. Oh, whoa. Okay, Aaron says you can access this online later. Yes, you can. Let me send you the link for that. This is going to be recorded at slmtraining.com, just like all of our other advanced training classes, just like the Playster 101 or the Dotloop 101 or things like that. The only thing that's at the slmwebinar.com is the MyKW Academy. Pretty much everything else is at slmtraining.com. That is a great question, Aaron. How long do resources stay online if we ever want to refer back to them? We upload our videos to YouTube, so they're going to be there as long as YouTube is around, basically.